Hey gearheads, Jay Leno here, and today we're diving into the heart of your car's engine, the ignition system. This is the unsung hero that makes everything else possible. This system is what brings your engine to life, providing that crucial spark that ignites the fuel and air mixture, making your car roar. Imagine it as the heartbeat of your vehicle, without which nothing moves. Without a properly functioning ignition system, you're going nowhere fast. It's like trying to light a fire without a match, frustrating and ultimately futile. We'll be exploring the key players in this intricate dance of electricity and combustion, from the battery that provides the initial jolt, to the spark plugs that deliver the final blow. Each component plays a vital role in ensuring your engine runs smoothly. Whether you're a seasoned mechanic or just starting to tinker under the hood, understanding the ignition system is essential for keeping your ride running smoothly. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's the power to keep your car on the road. Over the years, ignition systems have evolved significantly. From the early days of hand-cranked engines to the modern marvels we see today, the journey has been fascinating. We've gone from simple mechanical systems to sophisticated electronic setups. These advancements have made our cars more reliable, efficient, and powerful. We'll cover the different types of ignition systems out there, including conventional, electronic, and distributor-less systems, so you can understand the pros and cons of each. So you can appreciate how far we've come. Each innovation has brought us closer to the perfect ignition system, making our cars more dependable and easier to maintain. So buckle up and get ready for a crash course in the electrifying world of car ignition systems. By the end of this, you'll have a newfound respect for the spark that keeps your engine alive. Let's start with the basics, the battery. The battery is the heart of your car's electrical system, providing the necessary power to start the engine and keep all electrical components running smoothly. And the ignition switch. The battery is the powerhouse of your car's electrical system, storing energy that's used to crank the engine and power various electrical components, including the ignition system. Think of it like the heart of your car's electrical system, pumping out the juice to keep everything running. Without a fully charged battery, your car simply won't start. It's that crucial. Now let's talk about the ignition switch. The ignition switch is like the key to the castle. When you turn that key, you're essentially closing an electrical circuit, allowing electricity to flow from the battery to the ignition system. This action sends a signal to the starter motor to crank the engine. It's the trigger that sets the whole process in motion. Without this crucial step, your engine won't even think about turning over. Imagine trying to start a fire without a spark. You need that initial burst of energy to get things going. Similarly, the ignition switch provides that spark to ignite the engine. It's the trigger that sets the whole process in motion. Without a healthy battery and a functioning ignition switch, your engine won't even think about turning over. It's like trying to start a fire without a spark. You need that initial burst of energy to get things going. So always ensure your battery is in good condition, and your ignition switch is functioning properly. Regular maintenance and checks can save you from unexpected breakdowns and keep your car running smoothly. Now here's where things get interesting. The electricity from the battery isn't powerful enough to create a spark strong enough to ignite the fuel in your engine. That's where the ignition coil comes in, acting like a high-voltage transformer. This ingenious device takes the relatively low voltage from the battery, typically around 12 volts, and steps it up to a whopping 20,000 to 40,000 volts. That's some serious electrical muscle. The ignition coil achieves this voltage boost through electromagnetic induction. It's a fascinating process, but the gist is that the coil uses a magnetic field to generate a high-voltage surge of electricity. This surge is what ultimately creates the spark that ignites the fuel. Section 4. Distribution and spark, from distributor to spark plug. In older vehicles, the high-voltage electricity from the ignition coil is then sent to the distributor. This component is crucial in the ignition system, acting as the bridge between the ignition coil and the spark plugs. Without it, the engine wouldn't be able to function properly. This mechanical marvel acts like a traffic cop, directing the electrical current to the correct spark plug at the precise moment for combustion. The distributor cap, rotor, and the points inside work in unison to ensure the timing is just right. The distributor ensures that each cylinder gets its turn to fire, keeping the engine running smoothly. It rotates in sync with the engine, distributing the spark to each cylinder in the correct firing order. Finally, the electrical current reaches its destination, the spark plug. The journey from the ignition coil to the spark plug is a testament to the precision engineering of the ignition system. These small but mighty components are screwed into the engine cylinder head, with their tips protruding into the combustion chamber. Spark plugs are designed to withstand extreme conditions, including high pressure and temperature. When the high-voltage electricity from the ignition coil reaches the spark plug, it jumps the gap between the electrodes at the tip, creating a bright blue spark. This spark is the catalyst for the combustion process. This spark ignites the compressed air-fuel mixture in the cylinder, causing a controlled explosion that drives the piston down and ultimately powers your car. The energy released from this explosion is what propels the vehicle forward. It's a symphony of precisely timed events, all orchestrated by the ignition system. Each component from the ignition coil to the spark plug plays a vital role in ensuring the engine runs efficiently and reliably. Section 5. Modern Marvels Electronic Ignition Systems. Now, as technology advanced, so did ignition systems. Electronic ignition systems replaced the mechanical distributor with a more precise and reliable electronic control unit, or ECU. The ECU uses various sensors to determine the optimal timing for spark delivery, resulting in improved performance, fuel efficiency, and reduced emissions. Distributor-less ignition systems take it a step further, eliminating the distributor altogether. In these systems, each cylinder has its own dedicated ignition coil, controlled directly by the ECU. This setup allows for even more precise spark timing and eliminates the need for mechanical components, leading to greater reliability and longevity. Section 6. Troubleshooting recognizing ignition system issues. A malfunctioning ignition system can manifest itself in a variety of ways. If your engine is cranking but not starting, it could be a sign of a faulty ignition switch, a dead battery, or a problem with the ignition coil or spark plugs. Other symptoms include engine misfires, rough idling, poor fuel economy, and difficulty starting in cold weather. If you notice any of these signs, it's crucial to have your ignition system inspected by a qualified mechanic. Section 7. Keeping the spark alive. Maintenance tips. Fortunately, maintaining your ignition system is relatively straightforward. Regular tune-ups, including spark plug replacement at recommended intervals, are essential for optimal performance. Inspecting your spark plug wires for wear and tear and ensuring a tight connection can prevent misfires and other issues. Additionally, keeping your battery terminals clean and free of corrosion will ensure a strong electrical connection for the ignition system. By following these simple maintenance tips, you can keep your car's ignition system firing on all cylinders for years to come. Remember, a well-maintained ignition system is crucial for a smooth-running and efficient engine, so don't neglect this vital part of your car's anatomy. Keep those sparks flying, and happy motoring!